Good morning, everyone. Happy Coldwell Banker Dynasty here. I've been reminded by our front desk, our wonderful Joyful, that it is Boss's Day. So I'm pretty
Yes.
excited to say Happy Boss Day to Kelvin. And one of the greatest bosses that I've had because he allows me personally to grow and develop on my own, and he trusts me enough to do that. So I appreciate you, Kelvin. Mark and I appreciate you very much. And of course, Mama Bear. Mama Bear is a silent person in the background. So whenever we're hungry, we go see Mama Bear. When we're hungry for food, we go to Mama Bear. When we're hungry for mental knowledge, it's Kelvin.
Okay.
I never consider myself a boss. I'm always, your partner in your success. So, but I appreciate the kind words. A lot of you guys, just just happy to keep on going and finish the year strong, right?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Stronger because together we are better and we are stronger. And we here at Coldwell Banker, we're an agency that cares and an agency with a lot of heart. So thank you guys. I'm going to get you started here with Sandy. Sandy's here. We have a line of affiliates, so we're going to get this going. Sandy, you're up. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Bosses Day, which is a great reminder. I got to text my boss. Wanted to let you guys know that we're launching something new in California with First American Home Warranty. We are doing welcome calls. When a contract closes and we receive payment from escrow, we are reaching out to new homeowners. It's not a sales call because we already have the business. Just explaining what a home warranty is, how to use it, how to set up their online account, and what isn't covered. Now, this is something I offer to my clients, as an opportunity to help have me reach out to them, but our company is doing it now too. And that's fantastic. It brings more value from you to your clients and more value from me to you. And it's all about the value proposition now. We all know that. It's what you can bring to your clients and what your partners can bring to you in value. So this is something new that we're bringing to you in value are these welcome calls. So it's tremendously helpful. These new home buyers, quite frankly, don't know much. And if they don't know what a home warranty is, they don't know how to use it. If they don't know how to use it, it has no value. It all goes back to value. So when I get an order from you, I'm going to ask you for their phone number and I'm going to ask you for their email address. It's not so we can upsell them. It's so we can reach out after the close of escrow and welcome them to the First American family. So keep that in mind. Have a fabulous week. And happy Bosses Day to all the bosses. Nicole,
It's not even rocket science, but I'm glad to hear.
right?
Just saying, hello, welcome. I
Right?
mean, it's out of the 21st century here in
Maybe we should be doing
2024.
this, right?
And now
Well, I
we're
find
now
it
we're implementing.
amazing when I ask people for the phone number and email for a buyer, they're like, oh, I can't give you that. I don't have it. Are you using carrier pigeons to get your message across to your clients? You actually have their contact info. I'm not going to sell it. First American doesn't need to sell their information. We're a huge data company. If there's information on you, we know it already. Have a great day, you guys.
She'll find you.
Trust me, I will.
Hi, thank you very much. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy, we have you in our heart and your whole family in our prayers. Thank you. And next in line here, I have Nicole. Nicole, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy to be here and happy Bosses Day, Calvin and Sylvia. You guys are very fortunate to have amazing bosses. Just wanted to let you know we have school and demographic information now available in our property profiles. So if you're going on a listing presentation, give us a call. We'd be more than happy to provide you with a presentation profile. And we wish you a successful day. Please keep us in mind for all of your title needs. Nicole and Yvonne, Fidelity National Title. And thank you so much for allowing us to be here with you. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Nicole. Next here we have Angie. The Eagles have landed. Angie, you're up.
Hi everyone, Angie Tang, First American Title. Today I wanted to bring some information for you on Prop 19. So there is this really cool Prop 19 breakdown for you. So if you need that brochure, we have them for you so that it kind of categorizes everything, makes it easy to understand. And don't forget that First American has Ron. We are actually approved for Ron. So in the event that you have a client that's visiting a different country or they're doing business or whatever, or having a margarita in Cancun, they can still close their escrows. So we are capable, we are approved with Ron. The last thing I wanted to talk about is 1031 exchanges. We are First Americans having a webinar on 1031 exchanges next Tuesday at 2 p.m. It's free. It's a webinar. Let me know if you need the link. I'll send that over to you. It's a way that you can target the baby boomers, because that group of homeowners are doing a lot of movement right now because they need to downsize. So that's a great way to get your next listings. Let me know if you need to target them. I'm here to help you with resources and farms. Angie Tang. And
good morning, guys. The sidekick, the salt to the pepper, kombucha, and with Angie. Take advantage of these great things, guys. The raw notary is awesome. Escrows love it. Agents love it. And we've performed how many, Angie, so far? 90,000.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. And next, this is salt, pepper, and let's see what Brandon calls himself. Brandon, you're up.
Salt and pepper. I don't know. Caliente or tahine. Good morning, everyone. Brandon Savransky with First American Natural Hazard Disclosures. Just real quick, I was just mentioning to a few people this week that even if you are not using me for your deal, if you have questions on any of the forms and things like that, I definitely get the questions every week about how to fill out the form, where you find the information within the NHD, and if the information is not within the NHD, where do you go to get that information? So like the local vegetation management ordinance, those types of things are not found within the NHD. We have to look that up for you. So anything like that, please call me, email me if you have any questions. I know another thing that has been very top of mind recently is earthquakes, right? We've had a few in the last couple of months, especially in this last month, we've had a couple out in Ontario. If you want to give your clients a really great app, there's an app called My Shake. It was developed by Berkeley and Caltech. And it literally gives you a couple seconds before the earthquake alarm. It'll tell you that there's an earthquake that's about to happen. I got woken up at, I think, 5 in the morning the other day with the siren from the alarm. So this is something you can provide to your clients. It's a great thing to keep top of mind, but it's just something that I think is super valuable. And again, it's My Shake. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Great to see everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you very much, Brandon.
You're welcome.
Do we have any more affiliates out here? No? Okay, thank you. The only shake I want to have is a milkshake.
No, it's a handshake.
Or a handshake, absolutely.
Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia.
Good morning, yes.
Hi, this is Lucy Kratman. How are you?
Wonderful. Well, since you jumped in there, Lucy, why don't we have you go next? Go for it, Lucy.
Yes. So I just wanted to put in a little plug. We're going to have an affiliate panel at the AAR meeting next week. It's going to be focusing on our seniors and featuring Angie Tang, Scott Shimamoto, and Steve Sherba. Please come attend. It's going to be a lot of very useful information for all your senior clients.
Does that conclude your report?
One more thing. I do have a tech farm that I would love to set you guys up on. It will give you grades based on turnover rate. It's, again, this is a very different farming system because it is a tech farm. You can add 10 different farms onto your portal and it will grade them all based on the turnover rate. And then you can see where to focus on for 2025.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Lucy. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, my God.
Thank you. I'm going to hand it over now to John and then Scott. You're next, John.
Thank you. Thank you, Sylvia. And thank you, Kelvin. I'm blessed to be a part of this wonderful office. And happy Bosses Day, like everyone is saying. I'm John Wax with SNAP NHD, Natural Hazard Disclosures, 30 years in the business, helping you with your clients understand what's going on with the NHC reports and how I can best serve you and allow them to understand what needs to go on. I'm also an expert in filling out the forms. I'm also, we do provide the local vegetation ordinance in our reports, and I can show you where that is. So you do have that data available. And the latest thing that's coming out is that we now have a hazard preview that you can use on our website or your app just before you place the order and find out all the 6 hazard zones, whether they're in or out. And you'll know that up front. I'm going to be sending out more information. You'll get more details about that. We're the only ones with the free lease report for your rentals. And we have the property tax estimator on our website. In seconds, you can find out what supplemental taxes are. Order at time of listing, or even better yet, take it with you on a listing appointment. It's risk-free. You only pay if it closes, and no extra charge to pay through escrow. I wish you a wonderful fourth quarter, because this is the time to kill it, guys. Touch as many people as you can in your databases, your sphere of influence, because they need assistance and they need guidance. And just see how they're doing, because a lot of times that's all they need. And then they know that you care and you're a part of their lives, as well as a part of helping them out in the real estate. And I thank you so much, and have a wonderful day and a great meeting.
Thank you so much, John.
Chat.
Appreciate you. Scott, you're up.
Hey, everybody. Scott Shimamoto here, Journey Mortgage Advisors. And today's message is, okay, so our rates went up here the last week or so. There was a jobs report that came out and just messed up the markets, right? So a lot of people who are buyers who are kind of sitting on the fence, that I'm sure you guys have them, they're thinking it's a bad time to buy when the interest rates are high, right? And I could talk about this for 20 minutes, but I'm just going to give you one tidbit. Okay, so let's just say that the rate makes the payment go up by, say, $200 a month, let's say. And let's just say that the person bought an $800,000 house, right? So we know that the house is going to go up in value. Let's just say conservatively 3%, right? Just say 3%. That means the person who is worried about a $200 a month more payment per month is losing out on 3% growth on 800,000, which is 24,000, right? So if they're gaining $24,000 in equity every year, and it's costing them 2,400, then that means they're making like 10 times on their money. You know what I'm saying? So I could run these numbers for your clients. If you have buyers out there that are sitting on the fence and think that it's not a good time because rates are a little bit higher, they're going to go down. They could refinance later. We always say, marry the house and date the rate. But if you have any clients out there that are sitting on the fence like that and they want to see breakdown in numbers, I'll be happy to do that for you. And maybe they'll want to buy it sooner than later, because the best time to buy a house is 20 years ago, right? So right now's the time. So and we're a broker. We have access to multiple lenders, so it's like playing poker with wild cards. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for letting us participate, Sylvia and Kelvin.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Scott. Thank you so much. Next here, I see Sage. Sage, you're up.
Good morning. Happy Bosses Day to Calvin and Sylvia. You guys really know how to take care of everyone, even your affiliates. So thank you for everything that you do. 2 things. Again, you guys are a CRESS office, so you have the ability to order a CRESS NHD. It just allows your seller $25,000 in additional CRESS E&O insurance. Might as well utilize it. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. Second thing, we've been talking about earthquake and just safety preparedness for the last 2 months. So as the holiday season is coming up, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I had a friend that was leaving a mall and they were on their phone. They weren't really paying attention, and 2 guys held him up at gunpoint and robbed him. So just be prepared for anything as the holiday season comes up, whether that be earthquakes or just you going to the mall by yourself. Be prepared for anything. But if you guys need anything at all in regards to natural hazard disclosure, Sage Gomez with my NHG. Everyone have a wonderful day, and thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And next year I have Unita. Unita, you're up.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Boss Day as well. You need a woo for Home Warranty of America, the 13 months home warranty. Really appreciate Sylvia and Kelvin as well. Thank you so much for all you do. And I do want to mention to you guys for the buyer's email address, we do ask for that too for the home warranty. The reason why we ask is because we do give additional 1-year financial protection. So once your client signed up with our Home Warranty of America, they automatically get this email coming in from the Financial Shield. Is $1 million protection. So if anybody get their theft identity, somebody took your stuff, your title, they monitor for you for free up to $1 million insurance for it. The only way to get them, of course, like to get their buyer's email address and a phone number so then be able to get the connection through our home warranty. Another thing about our home warranty, we're still 13 months, so we give additional 1 month free. And also we have a concierge service. So if you have any question, like in regard of the claim, please don't like try to solve it yourself by calling the 888. This is why we have a relationship. This is why we're here to help you. I want you to be able to be comfortable. Just pick up a phone and give me a call, and I'm happy to help you out with that plumbing system. You know, your job is mostly taking care of your client and getting and buying and providing for your family. So trust that all your claim, please send it over to me. This is why we want to make sure you have a win-win situation with us. Another thing too, that last thing, that homeowner insurance deductible, we have that for up to $1,000 included. So if your client have a plumbing system and they need a secondary damage and they file their insurance to the homeowner insurance, you could come back to us and refile another claim with us, and then they will receive up to $1,000 deductible. This is something that nobody else have, so keep that in mind. And you need a woo from Home Warranty of America, and hopefully I'll be working with you guys soon. Thank you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And let me see here. Is there any other affiliates here that needs to be introduced? Doesn't look like I see one. Anyone out there signing on? Going once? Going twice? Great. Thank you to all affiliates for being here. We appreciate you. We are better together. And yes, we do here, this family, the Chang family is a very warm family, and they have open door policy to all of you affiliates, especially you affiliates that have such a intense relationship with all of our agents and with the betterment of being better together. So thank you for that. And now I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Kelvin. Kelvin, you're up.
Thank you, everyone, and all your affiliates for all your news and updates, and really just being part of our Dynasty community. So just getting into our slides and starting us off mid-October, October 16th. Hopefully you guys see my screen right now.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. And Sylvia just gave us some news and announcements. Do you want to start with the quote of the day, Sylvia?
Sure. And this is from Mark. Mark brought this up. It's, you learn more from your failure than from your success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character. So if I may, with that, Kelvin, I'd like to go ahead and jump into saying what brokers are saying out there. We have our boots on the ground out there. So we have a pulse out there of what is going on in the industry. For those of you that are just peeking out your windows and out your door because a family member approached you for a purchase or a sale, don't panic. We're here. We've been here. Kelvin's been here. I've been here. Mark's here. You have an abundance of education. You have affiliate information. You have association education. You have your keys for success. There's just so much for you to learn. But please allow yourself to sponge, take it in, and learn it and practice it, because don't come in here pressured. I'm going to meet my client in 5 minutes and I need to know how to fill this out. It doesn't work that way, because your frustration is going to come across. Your frustrated body language is going to come across to your client. Don't treat your family members like they're family members. They're your client. They're a consumer. Do your due diligence to treat them the way you would treat any other person or better. They're first, not you. Customer's always right. So with that said, I'll just share what some of the brokers are saying. They're saying that the agents are not fully prepared. They're saying that they don't know how to communicate value. Some of these brokers are saying that some of the agents out there don't know how to negotiate. And I have to tend to agree with some of these brokers when it comes to me being on the other side. And when it comes to communicating effectively, the tone of your voice, we've gone over this. Kelvin's had courses on this. We've talked about this. I think the key for this week is don't fail by failing to communicate. Don't fail by communicating effectively. Don't fail by using both your ears and your mouth when it's only necessary. But I had a great advice from a real estate attorney once when I was president of the Arcadia Association of Realtors, and Kelvin knows this. Dave Freeman told me, there's a whole board listening to the same thing that everyone else is hearing besides yourself. Don't repeat what they're saying. Bite your lip if you have to. Make it bleed if you have to. And those are such deep words that I took to heart and realized, right, everybody takes in a communication differently. Someone can say, I'll give you an example. We talked about common sense. Kelvin talked about common sense. I'll give you an example. Somebody making a professional, courteous introduction. Don't take that introduction on how it's being said as somebody is more superior than you are. An introduction is basically an all-inclusive introduction. So we want to be more mindful and be more effective in communicating. I'll use Kelvin as an example. Hey, Kelvin, you mentioned this the other day and you made an introduction. What did you really mean by that? And allow that person to explain. Don't allow your brain to play tricks with you. Focus on the business. Focus on the why you're here. Other things that brokers are saying out there is that, they're saying that, agents, there was a disruption in the business, but it's only a disruption. Communication is what it is. It has an impact, but there is no set communication. Again, it goes down to your value. Some agents out there are panicking over submitting notices to perform at the very beginning of a transaction being opened. Can you believe that? Oh my, that's aggressive. I've personally never had a notice to perform in almost 20 years. It's not an ego thing. It's a wow thing. But got on the phone, say, hey, I noticed you sent a notice to perform. We haven't even gone through the transaction. Was this just a way of being a little bit aggressive or protective for your client? Or was it an error? Help me understand. And it got resolved. So, I know Kelvin's going to bring up a class that we're going to be having. Kelvin, when you invite me to come in and chime in on things about that class, I will do that. But in the meantime, right now, the key word, I think, forever is communication. Family communication, business communication, accolades communication, relationship communication, any communication. Try to work on it to be a better version of yourself. Thank you.
From all the car meetings, I'm with the big brokers, and they're also saying the similar things. They want the practitioners of real estate, especially buyer reps, to be communicating and picking up the phone to ask what's the concessions for the buyer, slash if there's any willingness for the seller to pay buyer broker commission. So that's going to require you to email or text or call. That's your primary means of finding out. Don't guess. It's better to ask, build rapport, and find out. You might find out extra details like whether they have activity or offers on the table, whether there's any other things that the seller's willing to do. Sometimes the listing brokers are very good. They'll say, hey, by the way, the seller's going to paint this, or they're going to fix something, by the way, or be careful, there's some stuff going on at the property right now. Tomorrow, they're going to give you some details if it's a strong, good listing broker. And so the questions you ask are be tasteful. The last thing I can say regarding communication is don't be too pushy. I hate it when I have so many agents looking at my listing and then they're just saying, when are they going to receive the offer? When are you going to present it? Can you put in a good word for me? Can make sure you do? And then they're very just too pushy and aggressive. Be tasteful in how many times you follow up. It's okay to follow up. I actually do appreciate that. But aggressive follow-ups is going to be pushing me away sometimes. So, last thing on the comment, it is warranted to send a notice to perform at the beginning circumstantially. Let's just say they had a 1 day EMD delivery deposit and they failed to do that. I don't allow inspections or want them to come and investigate without a deposit in escrow. So if they fail to do that in the 1 day EMD delivery, go ahead and notice to perform them because that's going to hold back and slow down the entire process of escrow. So with that said, I'm going to go jump back into the slides and let's talk about real estate. Today, we're going to have a lot of cool stuff to talk about. Just a reminder, right the day before Halloween, we'll have another sales meeting at 10 o'clock. We have next week, Tuesday, my Kelvin's Keys to Success, 2 o'clock. And we appreciate all of our affiliates for joining us. I want to highlight some of the October and November classes and training opportunities available to you. So agents, mark your calendars, and we have a lot of cool lunch and learns coming up soon. And I really hope you can really just finish the year strong and get the most out of the company. I know Sylvia and Joy have been working hard at putting awesome content available in front of you. So we have My Sign HQ tomorrow, lunch and learn, 12 o'clock. They're going to be giving us some specials on their signages. They have good pricing on various types of things. And there's going to be prizes for giveaways for you, for those in attendance. So learn a little bit about signage and getting some deals and where you can order from and some questions like tips they're going to cover, like, certain cities limit the size of your signage, the height that you have to be putting it on. And we have living trusts, a really cool little trust class for what you don't know may cost you with Nico Carey, the Living Trust Company. And I don't know about you guys, but it's important for you to really protect your assets if you have what's called beneficiaries, family members that you are what you call wanting to make sure that they have some of the benefits in the case of you pass. They're not having to fight and go through a probate process, as well as maximizing the amount of potential step-up appreciation they can receive if it's real estate. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you better mark your calendar and join, because these are important things to spread awareness about to your buyers and homeowners as well. Owners, sellers who own property for a long time still keep it in their personal name. And if they have children, I'm sure they care about making sure they get the easiest access to that title and ownership. So I personally just set up my own living trust this past year. After the birth of my second child, I thought it was timely now to do my trust. And so I did it myself and did a simple AB trust. The other class we have is here. This is called the Free Lunch and Learn, and there's a lot of myths regarding what happens, and because there's a lot of blended families, there's a lot of remarrying going on with different spouses. So that is the questions and answers, and bring your questions, bring your clients. You are welcome to bring your client to some of our lunch and learns, especially for something like this. Just clear it with Sylvia and me if it's something that's acceptable or not, because most of the time our classes are open. All right. And November training next month, how to navigate your way through a probate sale and you fail to do a trust. Well, April Verlato, an attorney locally here, and also city council member of Arcadia, she's going to be teaching us how to navigate if you fail to do your trust. Well, there's a lot of issues, concerns, steps to take to gain title and be the administrator of a certain probate. So that's really going to be helpful to you. And we have another rent spree class, What You Don't Know May Cost You, by Kimberly Mingo. This is a rent spree client success manager. I think the theme of the day is there's a lot of seniors and baby boomers who are approaching retirement age slash old elderly age, in which we never know what's going to happen. You never know how long and how much life you have left and how much time. So these are all things to be mindful of and prepared for. We do have a very special treat. Advocate Sylvia put together Ginny Field and asked her to really come out to train our agents on receiving the NAR designated as ABR, Accredited Buyer Representative. It's a 2-day class, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And before you say, whoa, 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 that's a long time, it is a long time. But it's a certification class where you do get an actual certificate and ownership for, I think it's a 2-year certification process. And the cost of this class is zero, except for those materials, because there's like a 150-page booklet that needs to be printed out and handed to you, as well as there's going to be lunch provided. So I think I think it's going to be less than $30 for the materials and lunch. So I strongly encourage you to separate yourself from the rest of the 80–90% of the realtors who have no idea what an ABR is. Guess what? The buyers out there can easily search it. You can promote it and blast it out and be proud that you are a certified buyer representative, and that's why you fight for your X amount of commission compensation during your BRBC conversation. So if you want to have that kind of what's called a leg up from the competition, that the 3 or 4 other buyer reps that they're interviewing, I bet you they won't have this ABR accreditation, so certification. So that's how you can fight for your higher fees that you want to earn. Makes sense? I'll be attending this class. I hope you mark your calendars and join us for this 2-day event. Yes, you are allowed to bring a friend, even if they're from another company. This is an NAR trainer who's being paid from CAR to help sponsor and do this thing for us directly at our office. But please clear it with Sylvia and myself if you are going to bring another friend.
Thank you, Calvin. If I may share.
Yep.
This is going to be a must RSVP class. I know traditionally in our office, RSVP is not a thing. This is going to be a thing. This class has to be RSVP. This instructor is an elite instructor, comes from NAR, is sponsored by NAR, and she charges. She's not going to charge our office, but the fees that we are charging here, like Kelvin said, is for the material. It's a lot of material. It's a lot of copy material. So if you want it, you have to have a copy with you unless you print it yourself. However, you do have to be present. And what I mean by present, it's not stepping away to take a phone call. It's we're all busy. We all have clients. You don't want to be embarrassed by this speaker. She is very, very top-notch, very well respected. She lives in Oceanside. She travels minimum of 2 hours to just come to us. She only teaches at association levels. But she has one last day, and I wanted to procure that day. So I got Joy on it. Joy procured it for me, and we have her on the calendar. It was either us or the AAR. I gave the AAR an opportunity to have them. We grabbed them. So we have this woman here. I took her class 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago, October in 2014. It is such a different course from what it was 10 years ago. It has more substance in today's new world. So part of the modules that are in here they're very intense. From the role of the buyer representative, from the buyer counseling session, from the buyer representation agreement, from the search and show and selecting process, for offers and negotiations, from contract to closing, from putting it all together. And guess what? She welcomes questions. She's a question and answer person. She's one of the few speakers that will not leave until you understand what she's saying. That she takes it very, very, very personal. So the $20 is going to be a deposit. There is going to be a deposit. It's not going to be refundable if you don't show up. If you don't attend at least 90% of the class and it will be monitored, you will not get your deposit back. So these are stipulations that she has, that the instructor has, Jeannie Field. She is preparing the flyer with her QR code. I will be in contact with her to kind of touch up some things. There is going to be lunch provided, but this is not one of those classes where you just want to show up for lunch. Be respectful, be mindful, be respectful to yourself. Treat yourself as the utmost professional that you are and that we know that you are. So I just wanted to add that substance. She is something real big that is going to, happen here at Coldwell Banker Dynasty. We are only going to cap it, I believe, 30, Calvin. We're going to cap it at 30. So if we're at 30, we're opening it up to our in-house only. Like Kelvin said, if you want to bring a friend, they have to be a licensee. They need to be a licensee. We're not talking about just a friend. It has to be a licensed, real estate practitioner. And be here, be present. So thank you for that opportunity, Kelvin, to allow her to be here as well, because that is the type of office that we are. Thank you.
Yeah, I heard a lot of positive feedback from those that attended at the West End Gable Board. It was like 200 people in that room. And so all those 200 people do have their certification, as opposed to you who may not. Well, they're separating themselves. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a last opportunity to take this class here at the office. And Julia, I know, said that she didn't get her certificate yet. So I think there's just still in process. It just happened.
It takes about 2 weeks to get it. There was an email with details in for that.
Okay. So it'll take.
Can I say something? I asked the St. Gabriel board. The director said no certificate for this. You have to continue study for their class. This is only, I don't know, training or whatever. So he already emailed me, no certificate or credit, anything. No.
I think what they meant to say, there's electives. So Jeannie and Jeannie will go over electives. This is a designation, so it does have to go through.
Yeah, it's only designation, nothing.
Yeah. Designation, but there are electives to take along with it to go ahead and to be certified.
I don't know. I can forward the email to you, okay?
Yeah, we'll take a look. But the designation is very important. That allows you to put
we don't have anything. I mean, any paper, whatever.
Okay. You can download the logo, and if you pass a class, you're an ABR if you finished it. But anyway, we'll follow up with that.
Whatever. So I'll give you email. Okay.
So since you're here, Julia, did you find that whether a paper or no paper, did you find the class valuable?
Yeah, it's valuable. Just I just want to know, of course, if we have certificate or any credit, that is a plus. If we can put in our profile or whatever logo, so
cool.
It's a plus, yeah.
Okay. If you find it valuable, that's the most important thing.
Okay.
The Foothill Apartment Association is putting together a speaker on the legal notice review of 2024 and to discuss what's Prop 33 and 34 that's on the upcoming ballot. It's free for AAR members to understand what's going on in the rental housing arena. And I do want to have some, I'm going to speak about this a little bit in the next section. There is a 100th anniversary. I can't believe our own association locally here is 100 years old. So if you want to join, there's a free little party and cocktail hors d'oeuvres reception on October 21st. Hope you can make it 4 to 6 p.m. and enjoy some cocktails and drinks. 1031 Advanced Class by Phil Atwan. He did do the advanced class with us 6 weeks ago. But if you missed it, I really found this one valuable. So if you want to learn about 1031 exchanges and what the government and Fed is doing to potentially take away 1031 or limit the 1031 limits, then take this class. Again, there's a refresher here. It's also on my YouTube channel if you want to see that class. They're doing a costume contest next Wednesday. So you affiliates who dress up, please continue to hold and wear your I want to see what you guys wearing. So bring it on to the Zoom and we'll hope to see and acknowledge your creativity, your fun, and scariness.
Come on, Kelvin, you're going to dress up too, right?
I might have to. We'll see.
Yeah.
Homelessness Policy Research Institute is doing an online class. I attended this USC speaker myself, Seth Pickens. I heard of him, and to me, it's just letting you know that there's a lot of homelessness going on, and there's a lot of wasted money being spent in certain areas of our state, your tax-paying money going towards the homelessness, and there's really little impact going on in terms of improvement. West San Gabriel has a lot of classes coming up. So take a look at their calendar and education. A lot of cool stuff here as well. I want to get into the agenda before we get into the, we got a lot of time to, okay, so let's go in here. I'm going to talk about the new real estate laws. In 2025, there's a ton of things that we should be aware of. And due to time, you can always just go to the risk management area, type in 2025 new laws when you want to research the rest. I'm going to talk to you about the main ones before we end today's sales meeting. ADUs, unpermitted ADUs that were built before 2020. There's many people who built structures. So it's going to allow a clear process for homeowners to legalize their unpermitted ADUs. Counties cannot really force them to take it down, but they got to give them a clear path, what they would need to do and inspect and provide, what kind of fees, and they will not be tacking on additional fees, which is called your impact fees or connection or capacity charges, those extra junk fees that the cities may try to obtain from past homeowners trying to legalize their ADU units. So that's a good thing for spreading more housing and for everyone. Balcony inspections still is going on, but those of balconies with 3 or more units, they're extending it to January 1st, 2026 for you to complete your safety and balcony inspection. And these are a duty for every triplex and above. So I'm going to talk about buyer representation agreements. I want you to understand that a buyer representation agreement should be provided and discussed and, explained to a client no later than the execution of the buyer's offer, the RPA of the offer. So this applies to every type of property except leases and rental agreements. That's everything, pretty much, except rentals. Okay. So you're even supposed to do a buyer representation agreement for commercial real estate, for vacant land, for a manufactured home. Okay. These are all 1 to 4. These are all pretty much 95% of the deals out there is going towards making sure you have a conversation with your buyers. It is not applicable to tenants. You may sign there's a TRBC form when you're trying to put together a lease for a tenant. So just want to remind you, this timing should be done at the day you show a property or earlier, probably before you even start setting up their auto email and you're questioning them, what's called a buyer pre-qualifying your buyer conversation. And at the latest is when you send your offer in and prepare and sign an offer. That's the latest exact time. So what you're supposed to discuss is the compensation that you are going to be asking for, the services that you will provide, when the compensation shall be due, and how to terminate this conversation, which is basically the maximum is 3 months or 90 days is the limit of your BRBC. Does not auto renew. You'll have to sign a new one if 90 days passes. You are also supposed to provide an agency disclosure prior to your execution. That's why they put the AD right in ahead and before the BRBC bundle. This is voidable. There are conditions in the contract how to make this unenforceable. And don't worry, you can always submit an offer with the SPBB, so the buyer's duty and obligation to pay you is offset by any amount that you negotiate for the seller to supply. So that's what's important for you. There is some other cool stuff to understand. The used to be the limit of non-contractors, handymen, to $500 was the limit that they can get paid and for the fees of labor and materials. Guess what? That's changing in California to increase to 1,000 because all the jobs now are a lot more expensive. So if you have a handyman law, this is going to be $1,000 and less. And obviously does not require a permit or substantially needing something that the city to inspect. These are all simple things like maybe paint or repair a light fixture. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go to the important stuff. So, gas, you're going to start seeing that a lot of gas powered appliances are going to not be installed in many multifamily and new construction homes. You'll see a lot of more electrification of California. So that's going to be starting to happen, in which the units and communities are starting to build as a duty solar panels on the roofs of all the new construction that you're going to start seeing permitted. So that's something to look forward to in terms of the California trying to reduce its carbon footprint emissions. Now, the UNRRA Act. This is important to understand for employers and businesses, that employers and businesses shall no longer discriminate or disallow things that are attributable to your race. So yes, we obviously know we cannot discriminate based on race or color of skin. Now it's expanded to include your hairstyle, your hair texture. And so these type of things, if it's attributable to your culture or to your race, employers may not force you to, for example, shave your head or remove your certain types of hairstyle preferences. Okay. And that goes as well to the Jewish community. They wear hats on their little back of their head, and or certain Muslim communities, females wear stuff over their head. So yeah, it's just it employs to all types of races. Now, the next important thing is if your tenant requires or asks the landlord to change locks because there was a issue of violence or family type of things going on inside the home, landlord must, within 24 hours, change locks by request. And the landlord bears that cost, that the family may have disputes and the landlord has to pay for the family's issues. Okay, so that's another duty on a landlord. Landlords may charge an application fee to tenants, but must return application fees to the denied applicants. Okay, so this is another way to screen, and I'm just letting you know there's a law that applies in 2025. And tenant may request positive credit reporting. So that just means that if they are that for leases that are entered here, the tenant may submit and request for the positive rental payment information reporting from the landlord to supply to the new landlord. So, hey, can you give me a positive recommendation? And the landlord should give a truthful statement of the rents and payments, because many people don't have credit. So in 2025, residential landlords to take a move-in, move-out and post-repair and photos demonstrating any deductions for cleaning and damages. It must be reasonably necessary to return it back to its original condition, and like professional carpet cleaning and this and that. So if you have a landlord who wants to deduct the security deposit at termination, well, guess what? They should make sure they verify and have evidence and photos to prove for all rentals after April 1st, 2025. They want to make sure they itemize these deductions and make sure there's a written explanation. Okay? So more duties on landlords. All right. No charges for notices of termination and stuff like that. So just go ahead and read up on these. There's a lot of different stuff in here that's important, especially if those homeowners or people are renting out properties. You should know about these things. Any questions? You know, this is just the new laws, and I'm only 3/4 of the page down. There's still another 25% of more new laws to look forward to in 2025. All right. So that's there available to you to read up on. Let me get into the next point, which is CAR has a great amount of resources available to you. There's a CAR buyer representation bundle. That's the class that's free. If you don't want to take the BRBC for 2 days, you can also just do it at home. And this is not a BRBC accredited class. This is simply just how to fill out the BRBC form. And you can do it at home. And 24/7 at your convenience. Coldwell Banker has some cool feature focus Fridays to teach MoxieWorks features, and they have various shortcuts. It's a webinar style for only 30 minutes every Friday. Make sure you register and you can get it and take and learn and utilize the MoxieWorks platform within your MyCB desk. There's several strategies to be learning from, and this is an updated class to help strategize you and your getting listings and really teach you how to be stronger during your presentation. And if you want to amplify your business, there's a free class here to promote. There's a little promotional video. Maybe I'll play that for you because you know what? I don't have time for that. Let's just skip that. The next thing we're going to do is talk about the global certification. If you are wanting to qualify for global luxury certification, there's a self-paced Coldwell Banker class for $575. This is one of the first years they're ever doing it self-paced and at this low cost. I know Sylvia is a global luxury agent, and Henry Liu and many of us who sold some high-end million-dollar properties. You get to brag and have a very cool logo and belong to a very niche community of top professionals. So go ahead and take that course if you and learn about it. It's a 2-year membership and really, really nice. The legislative update is regarding this upcoming ballot in November that CAR is taking a stance to vote no on Proposition 33. It is very rare for CAR to take a stance. And when they do take a stance and a position to vote no, that means it's really going to be limiting homeownership rights. And this is something that is going to repeal Costa-Hawkins and the amount of landlords' rights. So if you're a property owner and you rent out property, what this may enable is cities and municipalities to really have a lot more influence, control, and rental, what's it called? Rent control laws against your property. And they're basically telling you how to manage and how much to charge and limitations and requirements and various types of fees. Just to be a rental property owner, you might have to pay more fees and permits and business license and all this extra stuff that cities want to control. We have no idea what the cities will do, but a lot of them, if it passes, will give a lot of power to the politicians. Whoever gets on there and gets a seat, they will have the ability to basically discourage new construction, to set rates or maximum caps on the rents that you charge, irregardless of how improved you put your property. So it's really going to be bad for property and private home ownership rights. So I encourage you to spread the news and vote no on Prop 33. And that's a look at Moxie and the various virtual learning opportunities. As you can see, practically every day there's something cool to learn about at Coldwell Bankers University. One of the cool benefits here of belonging to a major firm. So here's your AMP classes regarding social media, working a FISBO. Sign up for the classes that you're interested in. I encourage you to improve your education and expertise. That's going to separate yourself. And we had a good news last month regarding jobs report, and the federal funds rate at target was reduced by 0.5%. And so that has little change to the mortgage rates for 30-year fixed, but that does lead to a lot more mortgage activity and applications. Buyers are having to look forward to that. We are closely looking towards that soft landing that the Fed is telling us that they're hoping for. So it doesn't look like we're crashing, but the housing market in California, we're starting to see that we have reached rising inventory to the point of pre-pandemic levels. So we have a good amount of inventory to sell. And so this will ease competition. It'll ease all the multiple offers. It'll ease a little bit of that buyer, 20 different offers on a property. Right now, there's a seasonal slowdown, but as we start to see the market update and what we're seeing, they do anticipate next year to be a little bit better than this year. All right. New listings. I do want to share with you and congratulate Henry Liu for having this manufactured home community in Fallbrook. So it's 1.180. It's a 2-bedroom, 2 baths, 1,704 square feet manufactured home. Is that right? For 1.1 million? Jerry Baker and Connie Snyder Baker. We toured this one yesterday. All you agents, I emailed you yesterday a reminder to come check out this newest community in Monrovia, one of the most affordable new construction homes on the market right now. For starting at 859,000, you can get a brand new townhome in a great location in Monrovia, minutes from Huntington Drive, right next to the Derby and hospitals, Children's Hospital, Pasadena, Monrovia, I'm sorry. And so there's 4 of these units to sell. We're starting to promote it. It'll be on the MLS this coming next week, starting ready for showings and caravan. So I took a look at it yesterday. They're very beautifully made, really high-end materials. It has appliances included and a free solar included with purchase right at the top of the roof. So you have electric vehicle charging stations installed here. All that cool stuff for a pretty reasonable cost of $859. Talk to Jerry and Connie if you have anyone clients interested. Clinton Cheung has a brand new triplex in Arcadia. This is right next to the AAR Association at 25 Fano Street. This is 2.289. For this multifamily, I looked at the interior. It's actually really nice inside. They actually have some really cool wood paneling, some older characteristics that's very original, but yet attractive. And it's at a reasonable price at 4,100 square feet and a big 8,300 plus lot size. Clinton's going to have another multifamily also in a few days. So if you have someone looking for a quadplex in Arcadia, reach out to him as well. And Laura Liu from CBD Investment has a nice little business opportunity, a nail salon, beauty parlor type of thing in Roland Heights. For 120,000, you can buy this space, this business, and hopefully get your nails and hair done. Julia has an awesome new listing in Pomona, 789 Hawthorne. Julia, you want to promote this? Share anything about it? Townhouse style, craftsman style, single family.
It's a remodeled, totally remodeled inside. 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths, and very adorable. The backyard, the front yard and backyard is huge. It's actually, the size is actually bigger when you look at it. It's bigger than the data. So I think it's a really potential for ADU.
Awesome.
And it's good location. They are close to 10th Freeway. Very good. Turnkey condition. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. 650,000. That's pretty
Yeah,
affordable.
very huge lot also.
Okay. So I hope you
open
sell
house
it.
this Saturday. Open house.
All right.
11 to 3.
Okay. Thank you for sharing a little bit about your property. We got some closers coming on. Sally Wu, she closed 7161 East Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga for 575,000. Cool. That's pretty reasonable too. Henry Liu closed in Commerce, 840,000 for this single family with a pretty nice 4-bedroom floor plan. Jennifer Huang closed this Arcadia beauty. It's 2.87 million for a 15,000 lot plus almost 4,000 square feet living area. And Michael Paris just leased out 4430 Richard Circle in LA, right near the top of the hills. Angel Lau closed this is a lease for 117 Chestnut Street, Unit 105 in Glendale. And Angel also closed this one in Forest Glen, Hacienda Heights for 1.15 million, 2,500 plus square foot single family. Jean closed this beautiful property, 44617 Camino Gonzalez, Temecula for 718,000. Congratulations to Laura. She closed 0 Alder Avenue in Fontana this vacant land is a good business opportunity for 1,050,000 in Fontana. And congratulations also, I have a closing today, myself and Gina Huang. Congratulations to Gina. We closed on Marengo Avenue, Pasadena, nice little townhouse for our client. And anything needs or wants from your clients, from anything from you? Any questions? Well, I'll end the note on a very bright note and took my son Russell out for his first little experience at a little pumpkin farm. So I got to take him out. You can see here, he was sleeping right here in this photo, but we're here in Tanaka Farms, enjoying the sunshine and obviously picking a few pumpkins with my two little pumpkins. So we
cool.
got a little chance at Tanaka Farms. If you have some kids, very
Oh,
cool place to really just enjoy a nice little farm. We actually took out some of our friends and Brady's little girlfriend here holding hands and really just got a cool time to hang out with some of my buddies. And you saw me right here. I got to put them in a little plow and drive them in this wheelbarrow
They love
and
that.
stuff like that.
that is so adorable.
And the Russell update, here we go. Here's Russell. If you want to take a look at my little newborn,
Oh,
about
Congratulations.
2 months and about 10 days. And Russell's doing very well and healthy. Just got his shots at the doctors and very just happy to be at home.
oh, thanks for sharing these, Calvin. It's
Yeah.
so cool when family photos are shared like that, and we get to see the other significant side, of all of us, and it's super cool. You have a beautiful family, and those are beautiful memories.
Bless.
And yeah, and you got both your little pumpkins with you.
Okay.
There it is. There'll be pumpkins.
Yeah. What will Calvin be? What will Papa be?
I think, yeah, and that's the end of it. Just be grateful, appreciate all of you continuing to work hard as we really just work finish the end of the year strong. And hopefully we'll have some news regarding either Thanksgiving potluck or and a Christmas holiday kind of luncheon going on. So look forward to those things, and we plan as management, we plan some things. And continue to go ahead and promote our company. Let us know if you have agents who are not happy where they're at. Introduce them to Sylvia and myself so we can get them onboarded to a cool company and grow our firm. All right, guys, thanks for your support and sticking
Great
on to the
meeting.
very
Have a
end.
great week, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. Happy Bosses Day to all of you bosses out there.
Yes. A great one.
Thank you.